Okay, so the absolute value is, you said a number, I'm going to change it a little bit, but I use your same word. So the distance, a number is from 0 on a number line. My question to you is, can distance be negative?
No.
Nope. You guys, if you put your car in reverse and drive 30 miles in reverse, you just put 30 miles on your car, no matter what. Whether you go forwards or backwards in your car, it's still 30 miles. Okay? So whether you go towards the negative, or towards the positive, distance is never going to be negative, right? If you walk backwards 3 steps, how far did you go? 3 steps, right? So it's not like, oh, I did a negative 3 steps. Okay? So that is the biggest thing that you remember, is that absolute value is always going to be positive no matter what's inside, because it's distance. How far away is negative 5 from 0? 5. How far is positive 5 away from 0? 5. How far is positive 100 away from 0? 100. Negative 100? 100. So it's that distance away from 0. Okay. So we're going to do example 1. Example 1 is an evaluation problem. What this means is we're going to plug in something for a variable. So we're going to evaluate the absolute value of 4x plus 3 minus 3.5 if x equals negative 2. So what this means is we're going to plug in negative 2 for x. The absolute value is the last thing we're going to do. It's an operation. Okay? So when you go to do your homework, or when you go to do anything for me, you guys, I would like to see this first step. The next step I don't necessarily have to see, but I'm going to show it in your notes just so that if you go back to look at them, you understand where that number came from. So I just replaced x with negative 2. What is 4 times negative 2? So the absolute value of negative 8 plus 3 minus 3.5. Now I'm going to do negative 8 plus 3, negative 5 minus 3.5. And then what is the absolute value of negative 5? So that means what is negative 5? So anytime you think of absolute value, guys, you're asking yourself, how far away is negative 5 from 0? And you guys told me it is 5. So 5 minus 3.5. What is 5 minus 3.5?
1.5.
It is 1.5. And that is your answer.
Wait, miss.
Yes.
Couldn't negative 5, that absolute value, negative 5, like, couldn't the actual thingy of, if you're like,
I think I'm going to answer that question with the next example. I think I know what you're asking. On this one, no, because the number's already there. It changes with a variable. But because this is a number, it can't be 2 different things. I know what you're thinking. Good? What questions do you have?